All right, we're here.
You need to delete that one?
You're going to have to.
I only have one. You must have deleted it, huh?
I didn't delete nothing.
Huh. See, it's only one.
If it's still working, it's working.
Yeah, it's only one of them.
Let's just hope it doesn't do what it did last night.
Yeah, it's only one. If it's still working, it's working. That's right.
Make sure you mute that.
It's still working, it's working.
Okay. I don't know, man. This internet stuff's...
Hang on a second. Let me go here.
I might need to do something before we start, too.
It's tweeted.
All right. Give me 1 second. I'm going to check see if I need to shrink the screen a little bit. Nope. All right, we're good. It says excellent connection right now, so that's
there
good.
We go. That's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
Hang on just a second. And welcome to the virtual Kauffman Stadium, where the 10-7 Kansas City Royals face the 9-8 Chicago White Sox. Kramer Sansone, engineer, producer, and color commentator on this broadcast. I'm Jay Binkley saying good evening from 55-degree Kauffman Stadium as Brady Singer makes his third start of the season. He was in the bullpen early for the Royals, but was moved to the starting role. Spot start for Brad Keller that had back stiffness back in Kansas City against Detroit. Then he started in Toronto. He makes start number 3, 0-1 on the season with a 4.09. Brady Singer been pretty consistent for the Royals this year. He'll face Carlos Rodon, who the Royals gave a loss to in the opening series of the season, 1-2 this year with a 5.63. Carlos Rodon was supposed to come back in July. He had Tommy John last year, but he's back now for Rick Renteria. The Kansas City Royals in the AL Central, second place now. Cleveland Indians won today earlier in early action. 12-7 now is Cleveland. The Royals at 10-7, just one game back from Cleveland. The White Sox at 9-8. They've won 2 straight here in Kansas City. They've won this series at this point, only 2 games back of the Cleveland Indians. The Twins, losers today as well, fall to 9-10, 3 games back. And the Tigers, 6-11, a full 5 games back from the boys in blue. It's been 6 series for the Royals. They won their first 4. They've lost their last 2, lost 3 out of 4 in Toronto and lost the first 2 of this series. That's 5 out of the last 6 the Royals have lost. The lineup tonight for the Chicago White Sox, presented by Wash Your Hands with Purell. In center field, leading off, Lurie Garcia. Third baseman, Yohan Moncada bats second. Shortstop, James McCann again bats third. Eloy Jimenez will be in left field batting fourth. Edwin Encarnacion, the team leader in average home runs and RBI, will be the DH and bat fifth. Yerman Mercedes, who made his major league debut the other night at Kauffman Stadium at first base. Nomar Mazara in right field. A little bit surprised not seeing Luis Robert today, the way he crushed that 107 over the wall yesterday. The catcher will be Yasmani Grandal, one of the new additions for the White Sox. And the second baseman, Danny Mendick, will bat ninth, had his home run in this series as well. For the Kansas City Royals, their lineup presented by the 435 Podcast Network. Check it out at 610sports.com. In center field, Whit Merrifield leads off. The shortstop, Adalberto Mondesi, bats second. The right fielder, Hunter Dozier, batting third. The DH, Jorge Soler, will bat fourth. The catcher tonight will be Salvador Perez, batting fifth. Michael Franco will be the third baseman for the Royals, batting sixth. Boom Boom McBroom will be the starter at first base, batting seventh. Bubba Starling in left field tonight for Alex Gordon, giving Alex a day off, and Nicky Lopez round things off at second base, batting ninth for the Kansas City Royals. Some of the Royals have been hitting, but hitting has not been good for the Royals. They lost the first game of the series 13-3, losing last night 9-0. Apologize for the technical difficulties that we had last night. Hopefully
Hopefully
we
it doesn't
won't have
happen.
any tonight.
Fingers
But
crossed on that one, Bink.
if we ever drop, all you do is go back to the YouTube page, start the new broadcast, and there's a vote, too. Kramer put out a vote. We put it on 610 Sports KC as well. Do you prefer YouTube or Twitch to watch these games? 75% of you, through 177 votes, prefer YouTube. Adalberto Mondesi, 8th in the American League in hitting. Whit Merrifield, 11th in the American League in hitting. Salvador Perez, 19th. Well, Kramer, it's been a tale of the bats just not being there for the Kansas City Royals. Virtual Mike Matheny has made some changes up and down. It was Greg Holland sent down in Toronto, and then Chris Bubich made his debut in Kansas City. Been rocked the last couple of times. There'll be Glenn Sparkman getting a nod for the boys in blue, putting the bullpen tonight for the Royals. He was going to be one of those competing for the fifth starter until Brady Singer kind of snagged that. He's looked so good.
It seemed like there was a couple of good moves that Mike Matheny, virtual Mike Matheny, made to bring up Sparkman. Maybe Bubich was rocked a little bit. Maybe got to go back down. Maybe work on fine-tune some things. But Bubich, you can't say that he didn't at times show those flashes of, hey, I got this, because he does. He had, I believe it, a total of 6 strikeouts in the season and just 2 appearances, which is very good. Maybe also
making good contact.
Exactly. That's the thing. And but also Bubich, you really can't count him out. He's going to make his way back up here at some point in the season.
Well, we thought these White Sox were going to be good this year. We saw this team the opening series of the year. That was a 2-1 Royals victories in that one, but following 2-0 here. Royals only scored 3 runs so far, and in Toronto they couldn't score except for 9-run output on Saturday. But Carlos Rodon, a pitcher the Royals are familiar with, last year before the Tommy John, 3-2 with a 5.19 and just 7 starts for Carlos against the Royals. 2-3 with a 3.69 in 7 games started. Brady Singer hasn't really faced these White Sox at this point. He did face them in the opening series.
That is true.
And looked good. Wilmington last year, Brady Singer 5-2 with a 1.87, Double-A 7-3 with a 3.47. And you can see he was the first Royal pitcher through the line here in Triple-A to make it to the big league club, him and Chris Bubich. The Royals need this one.
They do.
They have the day off tomorrow. The Baltimore Orioles come in to play the Royals over the weekend. But again, this is the part of the schedule. Start getting some wins. And we'll see Brad Keller back on the mound Friday. He'll face Asher Wojciechowski for the Baltimore Orioles on Friday night. Before the Royals then will take off and go to Chicago.
Yeah, I'm ready for
play these White Sox.
Get another flight on going into Chicago. I wouldn't mind it. It's not a bad flight from here to Kansas City, but it's the fact that we're playing them one more time. Hopefully this next time we can win the series.
Royals had a host of games versus the same opponents, and again, the schedule favorable for the Royals to start building up wins, which they have. 10 wins they came into this series. Best record in the American League, tied with the New York Yankees, but we've seen the Cleveland Indians make that charge, winning today 6-3, and the Cleveland Indians go to 12-7. The Royals sit at 1 game back of Cleveland, but there's the White Sox that came in with the losing record to Kansas City, and here they are at 9-8. So the Orioles this weekend, then at the White Sox, followed by to a trip to at Tampa Bay, and then a 4-game set at the Orioles. So the Royals see the Orioles a couple times early in the season, but that's what the schedule's been about.
Those are some series that the Royals need to win. They need to win those 2 series in order to stay at least upon par of going at least 500 on the season.
And then, to start off May, it's coming back to Kansas City and playing Detroit.
Yep, but we also
and then
know
to Houston, the trash
Houston.
baggers.
I'm excited for that matchup against Houston. I can't wait for it.
55 degrees. It's Jackie Robinson today in Major League Baseball.
Yes,
As you heard Bob Kendrick on the station earlier today, check that on demand, 610sports.com. 55 degrees in Kansas City. This is going to be an afternoon game because that's when it was going to be, I do believe.
I don't. We'll see. I thought it was a night game. I'm going to check.
When was this game scheduled?
This game is scheduled for a 7:05 start
okay,
time.
7:05 start.
It is night time.
So it wasn't an afternoon game.
No,
but during the week, all our games are at 6 o'clock. But the Royals would have played the White Sox tonight. But Brady Singer makes his 3rd start tonight. Welcome to the YouTube chat box. And occasionally, Brady Singer's dad, Brett, will pop in here.
Hopefully that'd be kind of cool. If he pops in here, then Brady pops in here. That'd be actually kind of sweet.
It would be. Sonny and Chad Forever says, I don't have Twitch. You would still be able to watch it by clicking the link. You just have to sign up for an account.
I'm pretty sure smart TVs do have Twitch as an app that you can download, but I think we're going to stick with YouTube because it's just something that we are familiar with.
300 dogs in attendance last night at Kauffman Stadium.
You counted every single one of them, Bink?
I did not.
G-Man's in here. Says go blue. Scared of these White Sox. Sure hope we pull this one out, fellas. Let's hope. That's...
Royals put the powder blue on yesterday to try to shake things up. It's usually their afternoon attire. Brady Singer gets a little words from Sal Perez. Makes his third start of the season. 0-1 with the 409. 11 innings pitched so far for Brady Singer. Walking 1 and striking out 3. You see the 42 that all the players well tonight for the Jackie Robinson Day.
Yep, that's a great touch. I enjoy that. MLB The Show's done this for ever since they've had Jackie Robinson Day established. It's perfect.
Here comes Larry Garcia. 314 average. Been a good leadoff hitter for the White Sox. Singer will get the sign from Perez.
1-1.
And 94 miles an hour for Brady. 1-0 count. Ryan McBroom looks on. Center Dozier.
First pitch. 7:05.
And fired in at 95 miles an hour. 45 degrees it says on the game. 4 mile an hour wind blowing. We show it 55 degrees.
I think our thermometer is a little bit higher up here in the...
A 10-degree difference.
10-degree difference from here to the field.
That's all right, though. We'll go with 45.
I mean, we do have the heat going on up in here.
And we'll go with 45, right?
All right, we'll go with that, of course.
We'll go with what they're having. We like to do time and temperature. Let's check the day. What day is the day?
It's Jackie Robinson Day. It's the 15th, which is a Wednesday of April.
There you go. This date brought to you by Red Delicious Apples. They're delicious.
And they are red.
And
I got 3-1.
I am slider from Singer.
Brady has made his, I wouldn't say his debut, but his pitching debut here at Kauffman his last time, and he went 6 strong innings.
He did. Did not get the win in that game.
Against Detroit.
Detroit came back and won that game. It was a blown save, as a matter of fact. And Brady Singer will get the strike there.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, that was a favorable call from Brady Singer.
Very
3-2 count now, full count. And let's see, Brady Singer will record the first out there as Whit Merrifield's there to make the play. 1 away. Juan Moncada been red hot. Especially he likes seeing Junis like he did the other night where he's hitting 500 off him, Jake.
Yes.
It's the night where the White Sox had 5 home runs.
Hopefully this is a time to where the bats struggle this game. In the last 9 games, Moncada has just torn the cover off against the Royals. That's it. But he hasn't done anything else in that, going 7 for 38. So hopefully we can get the other side of Moncada today with Singer pitching.
Let's get back to the strikeout, Moncada.
I do enjoy that one. That's my favorite Moncada. He was part of the Chris Sale trade, wasn't he? To Boston.
You'll know, yeah.
Chris Sale used to get touched up by the Royals every single time the White Sox would throw Sale against him.
I think Kopech was part of that deal. Moncada, I think, came out through the system. I could be wrong, but...
I got the count 1 and 2.
Hey, you're right. He was called up for the Red Sox.
That's what I thought.
I got the
I
count
thought
2 and
Kopech
2.
was part of that trade.
So Kopech and Moncada was part of that trade. And now they're both in the major league, so... I think the White Sox got the better end of that deal.
You'll notice everybody wearing the number 42 tonight. Celebration of Jackie Robinson. James McCann has had a great series against the Royals. Hadn't played much all season. Came in here with 10 at-bats all year.
That's a slice step to right.
We'll get a hit there. Whit Merrifield will fire the back in.
Nathan says, thanks 610 Sports KC for doing this. Just about as good as the real thing. Hey, we appreciate you watching. That's what we like. We like the positivity feedback from all you all. From all of you. Get my English correct. The shortstop, James McCann.
He's a hitting fool. And you might wonder why he's playing out of position. It's because, well...
Everybody's getting hurt on this team. I thought we'd see Tim Anderson today, but I guess they're giving him another day off.
1-0.
2-0 count here for Singer. Yeah, Makata led the league to 217 strikeouts. I remember that year. Turned it on last year, but he led the league in strikeouts.
I wasn't get past Salvi, but when you get back to him, the back.
And Salvi will fire to second, and not in time.
That took a weird bounce off the. Like, it went through the legs, went back off the backside. Take a look at this, Mink. It went back, but the ball came back and went between the legs again.
It hits the fence. It's right to
Yeah,
Salvi.
say right back to him.
Hey, he knows there.
It's a weird ricochet.
Aye.
154 strikeouts for Makata last year.
And he took that down a lot.
Yeah. And he brought the home runs from 17, 33. The 25. James McCann, full count here.
Zach Johnson
I'll follow
back in
that
the
one
chat.
away.
Shout out to all of you here watching with us.
And Singer.
Strikes him out. McCain didn't think it.
McCann thinks he's got a walk. He was ready to go. See where that pitch ended up. Yeah, it was there.
It was there.
Nice pitch by Brady Singer. James McCann not happy about that one.
That was funny. That's what you come here for, is just to see something like that.
Eloy Jimenez, the batter, hit 293 this year.
Ball.
Brady Singer a blow on his hands. 45 degrees here at Kauffman Stadium. You never know what you're going to get in April. I've seen snow in May. But it's still a nice night for baseball.
Indeed it is.
And the man in red is not back. The guy with the earmuffs or
Earmuffs back.
or listening to the broadcast is back.
Mr. Earmuffs is back.
The man in red was good luck for the Royals.
I think he was. I think
He needs to get back there. Get some more popcorn. Boy, he was eating everything the other night.
the hot dog, that beer,
everything.
the coffee,
Chugging everything. 2 away in the first. Singer will fire that one in for strike. 12 strikes, 10 balls. This inning for Brady Singer. He's thrown 22 pitches. 1-2 count on Jimenez. And that ball will go between Lopez and Mondesi.
throwing to second.
And the White Sox have their first run of the inning.
That is it. The designated hitter.
Nathan shared he lives in Iowa and had 3 inches of snow on Easter. Thank God I do not live in Iowa.
Hello, Maureen. Hello, Jennifer. Hope not for technical difficulties tonight. And Singer will find the hottest batter on the White Sox. Top 10 batter in the American League, Edwin Encarnacion. 6 home runs this season, including one 461 feet on Monday night.
Yeah, that was a bomb.
Don't forget to enjoy yourself a nice cold Miller Lite from our friends at Miller Lite. And drink a Vine Cooler from our friends at KCWineco.com. And Singer gets the strikeout there, a big time strikeout on the White Sox leading RBI man, Edwin Encarnacion. Whit Merrifield will lead things off for the Royals, trailing the White Sox 1-0 early. Carlos Rodon makes his 4th start of the year, 1-2 with a 5.63. Tommy John last year. Him and Kopech supposed to come back later in the year, but for Renteria, let's proceed as quickly as we can.
Yes, yes, yes. Best thing about simulated, the injuries, they do come. We've noticed that. They do come, but the people who are slated to start later on in the year have started now.
Now they have with 6-game hitting streak on the line for Whit Merrifield.
Ball one,
Take
no
that
strike.
one.
The Whit hitting machine.
White Sox trailing the Royals in the AL Central, but winners of the first 2 games here.
G-Man says Singer doesn't have bad stuff tonight. I think 2 strikeouts, 1 looking.
And the wild pitch was not what he wanted, but and Whittle popped that one out to left fielder Eloy Jimenez.
Batting second. Not shortstop.
Singer's been pretty consistent for the Royals this year. Earned that 5th spot. Here comes the red-hot Adalberto Mondesi. He himself has a 6-game hitting streak as well. Mondi 8th in the American League in hitting.
That's outside.
And that's outside. 2 doubles for Mondi in the last 4 games. The Royals have had trouble hitting the ball, but Mondi hasn't.
Now, Mondi riding that 6-game hitting streak like Witt. Them 2 are just going back at it. There's a reason why they're on fire.
And he'll try to lay down a bunt. He's had success at that. We won't see it.
Luckily, that bunt went foul because that was coming off the bat pretty hot.
It was. It would have gone straight out to Mancata. He's proven to be a tough out this year. He'll foul that one away with a 1-2 count now.
Oh, a foul ball. Mondesi's batting on this 1-2 count. Bet Martin's going to try to get him chasing. But Mondesi will lay off. Well,
And Mondi fouls that one
that was
away.
going to be a strike anyways. It looked like it was going to be the strike zone. And the way that the umpire tonight has a strike zone seems fair.
Been up and down.
That's smoked out.
Fouled in. Mondi's making good contact.
He is.
This will be the 9th pitch for Rodon. If anything, you're wearing out Rodon. Working that count. 1-2 count on Mondi. And Mondi will take that one. 2-2 now.
There's a reason why his batting average is a 377 because he knows what pitch he wants. He's just waiting for that perfect timing. He knows he's going to at least get a good bat in the ball.
So good on the base pass as well. He'll strike out here. Rodon gets the best of Mondi.
He knows he should have hit it.
Batting third.
He was expecting the fastball, got the changeup.
Sure.
And the Royals have been pressing at the plate a little bit lately, just trying to make something happen.
Which is understandable for them to try to at least force something out of it with them going out on this 3-game slump. They got to get out of it.
Count 1-0.
Here comes Hunter Dozier. 3 home runs, tied with Mondi in RBI.
So he's 3rd on the team in RBI. He's actually tied with Mondesi.
Yeah.
I believe the leading go-getter for the Royals.
And Moncada will have trouble with that one. He'll fire over first in time. So the Royals down in order.
Isn't Jorge Soler's leading the team in RBIs?
He is. Great night for baseball. A little
It
cool,
is.
but still a good night.
Leading off for
Fun
the
at the
White
K
Sox.
tonight. Yerman Mercedes hitting 300 will tie his shoes.
Oh, come on. That should have been tied before he got in the box, Mink.
I agree. Got his first major league hit against Chris Bubich the other night.
I believe he's playing first base once again tonight.
Played some catchers. Played first
Remember,
base.
all 3 catchers on the active roster for the White Sox are playing this game once again.
Rookie against rookie.
I think I like our rookie a little bit better.
I do too. I like the way Singer's pitching. Really earning. There's going to be question about the 5th starter for this team, whether they're going to go like Sparkman or Brady Singer or try the opener for the 5th spot. They were able to go with a 4-man rotation early on in the season. Brady Singer's kind of snagged this job away. Works fast. Go to Boom Boom McBroom, who will make the first out of the inning. Ryan McBroom.
Batting seventh.
Boom, boom,
The right
McBroom.
fielder, Nomar Mazara.
Comes Nomar Mazara. 333 in his last 6 games. Has a home run in this series.
Nathan says Josh Staum out for an opener.
We've thought about that.
Yeah, we have thought about the opener position.
We're just wondering how they would work if we don't see him work too many innings.
Yeah, that's true. That's the thing. We don't know what Matheny's going to do if we actually have Staumont out there. He may throw him for like 4 or 5, and we at least want to go at least 2.
Hands free. This is all simulation. And another one straight to McBroom and make out number 2.
The hot corner is now on the first base side, it seems like, for tonight.
Brady Singer getting those ground balls to McBroom. Here comes new addition Yasmani Grandal.
It's odd to think that 2 years ago he was a Dodger. Now, last year seemed like it was a blur in Major League
With
Baseball.
the Brewers?
Yes. And that's the White Sox.
Oh, he'll back Grandal off the plate.
Ball 1, no strike.
What's he saying? He's talking a lot down there. Singer backs him off the plate. And he'll go inside once again. 2-0 count here on Grandal.
Not happy.
He wasn't happy with that first pitch. Little chin music for him. And Singer, I think it's. Oh, I thought that was a strike.
Oh, that wasn't?
No,
Oh,
3-0
wow.
count on Yasmani Grandal.
Wow, that was not that. That's not.
And that one, 93 miles an hour.
Count,
Four-seam
3-1.
run by Singer. 3-1 count now.
Nope.
And that'll walk. And Singer not happy with
The
himself.
second
I
baseman.
wonder if the 2 pitches prior to that one that was that was a strike. We all know that. We all saw that. I wonder if the fact that he was moving him back off the plate, maybe the umpire is thinking, okay, that's another one that's inside again, so I'll just call a ball. That's probably what happened.
Could be right, Kramer. Kramer staying sewn with us tonight, as he is every night. Game number 18 for the Royals.
It does not seem like we've done this 18 times.
It does not. But we've been here 18 nights. And it'll be lifted foul.
We appreciate all of you tuning in.
What's what Singer likes? You get the 0-2 count right here.
Let's get a slider
He
away.
can explore a little bit here with Mendick. And he'll get Danny Mendick.
That works.
Pop up to Whit Merrifield for the 3rd out of the inning.
That works, baby.
So the Royals need some runs, though. They need
Yes, they
some
do.
runs production here. They
Those-
got a lot of the power coming up here in Soler and Perez and Franco. Soler and Perez, the top 2 home run hitters for the Royals this season.
I think this is the game for Franco to bust out of it. I know he's batting a 189 on the season. I think this is the time where he's just going to just start teeing off. This is the night he gets like at least 3 hits.
Don't forget your chips. You get 2 home run calls tonight. They're called chips. You can place them wherever. Kramer's in the lead with 3. I have 2. And the
You all have
YouTube
done.
commenters have none. Hip, hip.
Or hey,
And Jorge will take that one for a strike. Jorge Soler off to a good year for the Royals.
indeed he is.
Leads in home runs and RBI.
Nathan's putting a chip on Jorge.
Early chip.
I like it. I like the bold
That's a
strategy.
ball.
That bold move, Cotton.
Dude with the radio is standing up.
I think it's cold. His ear must be.
Earmuffs. 1-2 count here on Soler. You think they're earmuffs? He had them on the other night, though. It was a little bit warmer. He'll have a beer, too, from time to time. I think he's going chew now. See him packing it? I think he's packing chew.
2 strikes.
That looks like a radio to me, man.
Yeah, it might be right. He's probably shaking it, trying to get hear us on the mic.
And Soler. Oh, and just foul.
He pulled it. I mean, it looked good. Some score predictions. G-Man thinks it'll be 4-2, and Zach Johnson says 8-1. What? All of you, what do you think the final score predictions are going to be?
And Soler works this back to a full count. Salvador Perez waits on deck. All of Sal's 4 home runs have come at the K this year. And Soler will lift that one foul. 21st pitch awaits Carlos Rodon. for a pick out of North Carolina State.
That's true. I totally forgot about that.
Throw it on one.
Oh, get out ball.
Solaire gets a hold of that one.
Way fair. That doesn't. Oh.
8 pitches this at bat so far. That was close. The 6 home run for Jorge
If that
Solaire.
was fair, it would have been gone, B.
That's right.
3.
Oh, and he'll strike out. He thought he was taking a walk there too.
I thought it was a ball as well.
Well, trails only